Bad guys. Soft work. I've been in beat, you know when we had talent. They say we the show gun, it's a damn habit. We no struggle.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Grwm. So in today's video, I'll be doing a get ready with me. Basically, I got invited to an African party. So this is the look that I'm going to be creating, and I'm just going to be taking you guys along with me as I just do my makeup. This is like a get ready with me kind of video, so it's not really like an actual tutorial. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy the video. So first I'll be using the LA Girl setting spray, and then I'll be using the Tatcha Silk Canvas primer, and I'll be applying this in dots all over my face and rubbing it in. Next, this method I learned from Jackie Aina. I'll be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'll be applying this all over my face. This is because I'll be out under the sun all day, so it helps my makeup stay in place. Then I'll be using my eyebrow pencil, and this is the Brow Ultra Slim from Maybelline. I'm going to do a more in-depth video on how I do my eyebrows, but for now I just had to speed it up. Next, I'll be using my NYX Cosmetics HD Studio Concealer, and this is in the shade Golden Honey. So I'll be applying it to my lid, and I'm going to be taking the excess from my lid and using it to carve out my eyebrows. Then I'll be taking the shade from the Take Me to Brazil palette, and I'll be applying it to the outer corners of my eyes. So on the outer corners of my eyes, I'll be making like a triangle, and then I'll be blending it towards the inner corners of my eyes. So basically, I'm just blending in the excess into the inner corners of my eyes. Then I'll be taking this lighter shade and applying it on top of the darker shade. That way it blends out, so there's no harsh lines. So I'm using the Makeup Revolution Strobe Highlighter, and I'm using it as an eyeshadow shade. A friend gave it to me, but it was too dark for my skin, so I decided to use it as an eyeshadow. I'll be making like a winged cut crease. Then I'll be applying this shade from the Take Me to Brazil palette and applying it to the inner corners of my eyelid. And this is how the look came out. Then I'll be using my Maybelline Fit Me foundation. That's the matte and poreless foundation, and that's in the shade Warm Sun, and I'll be applying this all over my face. And because I have some hyperpigmentations, I like to use a double layer as well. Also, I make sure that my brush is a bit damp, so I spray my brush with the setting spray, like a little bit of the setting spray, just so it doesn't absorb all the product. After using the brush, I like using a damp makeup sponge on my face. This creates an airbrush finish for me. And then I'll be using the concealer again and using it to highlight the high points of my face. So going in with my damp sponge again, I'm going to be blending out the concealer. Then I'll be using my Laura Mercier translucent powder and applying this on the high points of my face, basically where I concealed. And there's a way I apply it, especially like around my nose. This creates a contoured look for my nose when the powder is wiped off. Then I'll be using the LA Colors Mineral Press Powder, and this is in the shade Toasted Almond. And I'm just going to be applying it anywhere I didn't apply the translucent powder. And I'll be using the Fenty Beauty Contour. This is in the shade Mocha Mami. So I like to suck in my cheek so that way I'm able to know where my cheekbone is. And I'll be applying it on my forehead as well and my jawline. I like going over the contour with a stippling brush. It helps to remove any harsh lines. And I'll be wiping off the excess powder from my face, and then for the parts where I can't reach, I'll be using this pointy brush because it helps me reach those corners that the stippling brush can't reach. And then I'll be going over the highlighted areas with the LA Colors Mineral Press Powder. This way I don't look too, light or ashy. Now I'll be contouring my nose, and I'll be using the Fenty Beauty Contour Powder again. And then after that, I like to go over it with a damp beauty blender. This helps avoid any harsh lines. Then I'll be applying my blush to my nose and my cheeks. And then I noticed that I started looking like a reindeer, so I had to go over it with a beauty blender. Sometimes I like applying my blush to my nose. Just gives it that unique look for me. And then I decided to go back in and, retrace my eyebrows because I felt like the tail of my eyebrows were like a bit short. And then I'll be using my NYX Cosmetics Radiant Finish Setting Spray all over my face and waiting till it's dry. And then I applied my Fenty Beauty highlighter. That's in the shade How Many Carats. Again, I'll be applying it to the high points of my face. I'll be using the MAC Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Chestnut, and I'll be using this to line my lips. And then I'll be going over it with the e.l.f. lip lacquer, and this is in the shade Mauve Glitz. I use this edge control, that's the edge booster, to lay my edges. For some reason, my friends who use it say that it leaves a white cast around their edges, but it doesn't really happen for me. yeah, I'm using this, and then I'll be using my scarf to lay down. And yeah, I'm just waiting for like, probably like 5 or 10 minutes for the edges to lay completely. Then I'll be applying my mascara. That's the Maybelline Big Shot mascara. And I accidentally got some mascara on my face. Normally I would wait for the mascara to get dry before I remove it, but I was already running out of time. I was just impatient, and then I decided to just leave it because it looked like a beauty mark. Yeah, this is me just waiting for my edges to get laid. So I'm finally done. This is the finished look. This is basically how I'll be going to the party. I may put some mousse on my hair and then tie a scarf. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put some mousse on my hair, like in my hair, and tie a scarf and just drive on the way there so it sets. So by the time I get to the party, it's going to be, good. But overall, this is how it looks. I'm not really sure if I'm all that satisfied with the eye look, but at least, I don't have time right now. I'm already late and I have to start going. So this is what I'll be wearing. I'm going to carry this bag that I got from Shein. Honestly, I was expecting like an actual clutch, but this wasn't what I was expecting when I ordered it. She just told me that it's like a casual kind of thing because they're literally meeting at the park. So yeah, this is like a last minute outfit. Besides, this is my favorite outfit, so I feel comfortable in it. I also got a jacket. So yeah, I think I'm ready.
Bad guys. Soft work. Problem. I've been in beat, you know.